Hello. In this video, I will be talking about Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 3, Chapter 1, Sutra 3. And in my previous videos, I was talking about how Patanjali defines yoga, and he talks about, or he mentions in his sutra, yoga is by which you restrain the modifications of your mind. And so we'll read this next sutra 3, which goes as follows: Tada drastu swarupein avasthanam. So here tada means then, drastu in Sanskrit is more like seeing. Drust is seeing, and drastu here, someone who is seeing. So here it's seer. And swarup, rup is form, swarup is one's own form. So one's own form or one's own nature. Avasthanam, like remaining there, fixed there. So this sutra is the continuation of the previous sutra, where Patanjali talks about how with yoga the modifications of the mind is restrained. What happens then when your mind is calm, silent, perfectly serene? So then drashta, the seer, sees or abides in its own real nature. So here Patanjali is talking about the concept of Atma or Brahman or consciousness, which is a very metaphysical idea or in spirituality. So here Patanjali is saying, when you restrain the modification of your mind, then you will know who you really are. So do we really know who we really are? For example, when we say, like we keep referring to our body as myself, like this is me. But we have grown from our childhood. If someone is an adult, they have grown from childhood to youth to further adulthood and going into old age. So if they are saying they are the body, but the body is changing, then who they really are? And have you ever asked yourself a question, where am I located? Let's say inside this body. And where am I actually located? Can you actually locate yourself? And also when different thoughts, emotions, and sensations come, do you really deliberately do them most of the time, or they just come out of nowhere? And do you really know who you are? For example, when we see something, who is that? Who is that which is seeing something? And when we hear something, who is that which is hearing something? And there's this famous question, who am I? That's the famous question where we are asking, who am I in reality? So Patanjali says that when the modification of the mind is restrained, then the seer or the person who sees can remain fixed in their own nature. Then they will get to know who they really are. So this is the purpose of yoga. Yoga through yoga you will know who you are. And in Sanskrit, the word yoga also means to unite. So here, unite with whom? So here with the yoga, we are uniting with divinity. We are uniting with our own true nature. We are also uniting with the divinity, which many religions talk about. So this sutra talks about what happens when the modification of the mind is restrained. So I will be talking about next sutra in my next video. Thank you for listening.